How's it dangling, my fellow danglers? So in this video, I wanted to go over my top 3 favorite styles of topwater baits. So I'm sure most bass anglers will agree with me, nothing comes close to topwater fishing. Nothing beats that explosion on the surface. It's just an adrenaline rush. I mean, for me personally, it's an adrenaline rush. So I wanted to go over my top 3 favorite styles of topwater baits. I have a lot. I have quite a few, so I wanted to go over a few different baits of each style. I will also have some honorable mentions. So let's jump right into this. So I'm going to say in the number 3 spot is going to be poppers. Now, when it comes to poppers, I think that's like one of the staples of topwater baits. Nothing beats that popping action. For me personally, I think the best way to go about using a popper is just those 3 magical twitches of the tip of your rod and just giving that little bit of chugging action, that pop, pop, pop. Let it sit for a minute, pop, 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 and usually they're going to hit it on that first pop or while it's sitting after the 3rd pop, in my experiences. So first off, we are going to go over, owie, I would say right now my 2 favorite poppers in this moment. First, we're going to start off with the Rebel Pop R. Now this one has been, again, also when it comes to poppers, the staple of poppers. Nothing beats the action on this. That beautiful cup lift. It gives that excellent popping action. I did actually recently replace the hook on this with another feathered treble. This, I believe, is in the baby bass color, so nothing beats this. I believe this is Rebel. I hope I don't have to correct myself. Yes, 90% sure. But this one has caught me a lot of fish over the years. And then one that I actually just got recently was the Splashback 70 by 6 cents. Now this, again, has excellent popping action, but you'll notice this mouth is shaped a little differently. It's almost really triangular. Now I noticed with this one in particular that it's also excellent at walking. So this will definitely be staying in my tackle box for a very long time. I love the action on this. There's also the Head and Lucky 13. I think when I was about 10 to 12 years old, I think that caught me one of my biggest fish to date. Unfortunately, the scale was not working properly at the time, so I couldn't even begin to tell you how big that fish was. I do have a picture somewhere. Maybe I'll include it on somewhere in this video. No promises, but yeah, the Head and Lucky 13 was definitely another big one for me. So yes, poppers do have the number 3 spot. Now number 2 is going to be walking baits. And there's a few reasons for that. One being, a lot of the walking baits that I have also have that cup lip, so they will give that popping action as the poppers do. But you have the ability to basically turn that bait, make that bait do a 180. So first one I'm going to show off here is the Megabass Gata X Dynamite. So again, with the slightest twitch of the tip of your rod, you can make this bait do almost a complete 180. So back and forth like that. Now, sticky hooks. So it's called walking the dog for a reason, because it's like walking the dog. Back and forth, back and forth. I think one of the best ways I've found to teach somebody how to walk the dog is coming up with a rhythm. And the way I've done that, I'm a huge wrestling fan. There's a group called The New Day, and they have a song or a chant that goes, "New Day rocks, New Day rocks." So like just using some kind of beat, I think has really helped teach a lot of people how to walk the dog. And I particularly love using walking baits during the spawn. And that's because you can really keep that bait in one spot for a longer period of time. So being able to twitch that bait and get it to walk in one spot much longer than you would even just a pop R, or especially like a buzz bait where you're really burning that bait back to you. You can keep that bait in one spot and keep it hanging over that fish's nest. So it's really going to tick that fish off, and they're more likely to strike that bait. So yes, that is the Megabass Gata X. Trouble keeping track of my stuff here. And then of course we got Old Faithful, the Zara Spook by Heeden. This one in particular is the Chuggin' Spook. So again, like I was saying, this also has that popping lip. So you're going to get that walking action along with that popping action. So you kind of kill two birds with one stone there. Now, in the number one spot, the number one spot for me will always be, and forever will be, the Topwater crawlers. There's just something about the action where you got those two wings that are plopping back and forth. You know, obviously you can really control the action of that bait by the speed of your retrieve. So I gotta say, I was, again, probably around the same age of where I was catching the big ones on the Lucky 13. I started using Topwater crawlers, and to date, a Topwater crawler is what actually caught me my PB, which was 6 pounds 2 ounces, and it actually caught me that fish twice within, I think, a 2-month span of one another. So I'm going to start off with that one, and that is the Savage Gear 3D Bat. Now this one is their biggest model. I believe it's their 5-inch model. Now I got this bait, I think, for Christmas one year, and I remember showing people this bait and they were laughing at me like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, blah blah blah. And well, I proved them wrong. The action on this is phenomenal, and the way I look at it is, you got to think, you know, we have a lot of bats here, especially in northern New Jersey. As soon as the sun starts to go down, those bats are coming out, they're eating the bugs. So when that bat makes a swoop down towards the water, may make a faulty swoop, happens to the best of us, they might miss that bug, and they might actually land on the surface. So when they're kind of flopping around on the surface, a big old bass is going to come up and take that bat, or Ozzy, one or the other. So that's their 5-inch model. They also have a 4-inch model. So that's, I don't remember the color of things here, but this is more grayish. This one's solid black. And I do actually have their smalls, which I believe is 2 inches as well. Probably, oh, there it is. So this is their 2 inch as well. So you got small, medium, and large there. And then I would say, I don't know, hold on, wait a minute, getting ahead of myself here. And then we also have the chase baits, the smuggler, I want to say, yes. So this basically looks almost like a parakeet. So this basically just looks like a bird. Same concept, you know, a bird swoops down to grab a bug or what have you. They make a faulty swoop, they land on the surface, they're flopping around. Big old bucket mouth's gonna come swallow that bird up. Again, excellent walking action on this. I love using this guy as well. And then I would say my go-to for topwater crawlers will have to be the Jackal Pompadour. Very few have come close to the action of this particular bait. Again, it's also got that little prop on the back. I believe it's got some rattle as well. Excellent action. I think this is definitely the one that sees the most water time. And then I would say the creme de la creme of topwater crawlers is, of course, another Mega Bass product, and it is the Gata X. This is the bait that actually really opened my eyes to topwater crawlers. My father was actually the first one to find them on eBay years ago, over 10 years ago at this point, well over 10 years ago, probably pushing like 15. And the action on these baits are phenomenal. It definitely, I think, outperforms the Pompadour. Maybe I'm being a little biased here, but that's just me. And you haven't really seen me use that yet. They're hard to find. I've been keeping my eyes open, trying to find them. You're probably looking at about $30-ish, $30, $40. So that's, you know, pretty expensive lure to be throwing, especially in the areas that I'm fishing. You see, I have, you know, my arch nemesis to deal with, the toothy pickerel. But I do have my father's Gata X, and that's this bad boy right here. So that is gonna look like a giant bug, maybe like a cicada. If you actually check out my Instagram, I just posted a video of another Mega Bass topwater crawler, the Grand Ciglet, and that really replicates a cicada. So this is very similar, a little bit bigger. You got those nice two wings with the hinges there. and then you got the 2 spoons on the back. I did at one point also have the Gata X Turbulence, and that basically has like a buzzbait blade on the back of it. So this one will not see the water. I wasn't even going to risk using this one in my video or on water action that you guys will be seeing. I just did not want to risk it. You know, like I said, this is my father's, so I want to keep this one as safe as possible, but I will be getting more at some point, just looking for the right deal to come along. So those are my top 3, and like I said, I want to show you some honorable mentions. One being the wake bait. So like this guy right here, this is by Depths. This is the MT Wake. So you got that lip on there that's almost like a crankbait, but it's bent almost, I would say almost like a 90-degree angle. So this thing's going to stay on the surface, and it's going to look like a fish swimming along on the surface. And this one in particular has got this giant, almost like a Colorado blade on the back of it. So it's going to add that extra, a little bit of thump, a little bit of vibration, and some extra flash. So I do love using wake baits. And then I'd say last but not least, that is the good old buzz bait. Now this one in particular I'm showing you, this is the Strike King Mini Pro Buzz. And I chose this one, I'm going to open this one now. I chose this one in particular because I would say these buzz baits are the ones I use the most, and I use them for smallmouth in the rivers. And the smallies love these little buzz baits. So again, you know, you're going to be really moving that bait. As soon as that bait hits the water, you're retrieving it, you know, at a pretty steady rate, even as fast as you can. You know, it depends on what the fish are looking for that day, and that blade's going to create that buzzing action. Whoa, falling apart here. That buzzing action. Good lord. Buzzing action on top. So yeah, smallmouth, love that. Alright guys, so that is my top water video for you. I hope you guys enjoyed. I may do this again. The particular spot where I shot my underwater shots is one of the clearest lakes that I know of, but you can't swim in there. So I didn't want to push my luck of going out too far and getting in trouble where I put the camera underwater. So I may try this again sometime. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop some comments, hit that like button. And guys, with your comments, please let me know what you may like to see. I am very much open to suggestions. Right now I'm trying to put out as much content as I possibly can right now. Work is going to be getting a little knuck and futz for me in the near future, so I'm just trying to get as much out as I can for you guys before I really run out of time. So yeah, I will catch you later.